Well, here we are. It is December 1st as I am writing and recording this. And as always we say, or at least I do, I can't believe it is December already. I can't believe I'll be writing 2021 in a month. Time flies and all that. Most years we know what to expect from December, but this year is about as far from most years as we can get. At stand-up this morning I talked jokingly about Festivus, a fictional alternative holiday celebration from the Seinfeld TV show. I don't remember much about it except that on one day of the celebration there was an airing of grievances. If there has ever been a year for airing of grievances in my lifetime, it is this year. But let's not dwell on the negative. Let's think about the positive. We have survived. No, let me state that differently. Here at the Plaza, we have excelled. You have excelled in your work here at Terwilliger Plaza. You have met all of the adversities that this year could throw at you, and you have excelled. In my years of working, I have never been more proud to be a part of a team, this team, that performed so well in the face of so many challenges. It's not over yet. The pandemic continues. It will not magically disappear on January 1, no matter how much we would like that to happen. But we can look forward to a time when it will be over. The vaccine gives us hope. But more than that, people like you who have performed so well through all of the challenges give us all hope. So this holiday season, please take some time. Not so much to reflect on the past, but to look forward to the next days with hope. Take some time to safely be with your families and loved ones, and think about that time when we can find that new normal we have all been looking for. It's just around the corner. Thank you very much for your work. I am honored to be on your team. Happy holidays to each and every one of you.
Okay, I don't have to take a picture.
You are an employee of the month for November.
Oh my gosh.
Have you ever been it?
Oh, a long time ago. I don't
Okay.
remember when.
So your whole entire 9th floor and 10th floor got together and wrote well cards about you. And
Oh,
Mrs.
wow.
Zeevy wrote, reason you need to be employee of the month is because you're such a great housekeeper.
Chigo, blah, 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 blah.
You help others. You help us the department, when we're in a pinch, you're always helping us. So on behalf of Terwilliger and all your employees, we'd like to say congratulations to be employee of the month for November.
Thank you.
Hi everyone! Now that it is December, we have some fun Christmas events going on here at Terwilliger Plaza. One of them will be the 23 Days of Holiday Kindness Challenge. This will be starting on December 10th and will run through January 1st. You will find this printout in Paycom, or if you don't have access to a printer, you can come by HR and we have some for you there. What you'll do is you'll complete each challenge each day and then write down on the back what you did and how you completed the challenge, and then turn it into HR by January 2 to be entered to win one of 3 $25 gift cards. And another fun thing we're doing is on Monday, December 21st, we are doing an ugly sweater contest. So come to work wearing your ugliest Christmas sweater, and the winners will be announced on Tuesday, December 22nd. Please email your picture of you and your ugly sweater to hr@terwilligerplaza.com. Thank you and Merry Christmas.
All right. Hello to all of you. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Today I'd like to talk about a few COVID things. First of all, I would like to talk about COVID symptoms and reporting to work. The COVID symptoms include fever or chills, cough, shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, fatigue, muscle or body aches, headache, a new loss of taste or smell, a sore throat, congestion or a runny nose, nausea or vomiting, and diarrhea. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, you should not report to work. You should immediately notify your supervisor and call the employee reporting hotline. The hotline number is 503-299-4920. This is a confidential hotline that goes directly to my voicemail, which I monitor 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Please leave a message with your name, the department that you work in, your symptoms and the date your symptoms began. When I call you back, I may ask you a few questions, such as when was the last time that you worked? When you worked, did you have any direct contact with coworkers or members? And if so, who were those members or staff? I will also provide you guidance on whether or not and when you can report and return to work. I will also notify your supervisor and HR as well about my recommendations and when you may return to work. Now, I know that many of you are concerned about missing out on pay or not having the income to pay your bills. Please do not worry about that. There are funds for employees who have COVID or COVID-like symptoms, or for employees that are taking care of a dependent that has COVID or COVID-like symptoms, and HR will discuss with you what those benefits are. Secondly, I would like to talk about screenings. I would like to reset the expectation with all staff surrounding screenings. It is expected that all staff of Terwilliger Plaza must enter Terwilliger Plaza through the main lobby entrance, where they will be screened before proceeding through the community. Staff must also be wearing a mask when they enter Terwilliger Plaza. Staff must not enter P1 to use the time clock and then proceed through the elevator or up the drive to the screening desk. If you're concerned about clocking in late due to the screening process, please arrive earlier than the beginning of your shift to make sure that you have adequate time to get through the screening process and still report to your workstation on time. To talk about the eye protection sanitation station and storage. This is located near the private dining employee break room off the main dining room. This is a required space for all staff that are required to wear eye protection, to properly sanitize their eye protection, and at the end of their shift to store on site. All staff that enter the licensed areas of the Metcalf or Terrace or work in the main kitchen are required to wear approved eye protection. Eye protection should be sanitized after use and stored on site. Staff should not be storing them in lockers or taking them home. They should be stored in the clear Ziploc bags, labeled with the employee's name and in an appropriate labeled bin. If sanitation supplies need replenished, please contact housekeeping or EVS to provide more spray cleaner and paper towels. If you need replacement eye protection, such as a face shield or goggles, you must notify your direct supervisor to provide you with the appropriate replacement eye protection. Lastly, I would like to remind you of our routine COVID testing. We are currently testing our required testing group twice a week. If you are uncertain if you are required to do routine COVID testing, please ask your supervisor. I am working with them to determine who is part of the testing group or not. Our weekly testing clinics are Mondays and Tuesdays, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. And then also Fridays and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. If you are unable to attend one or both of our testing clinics, then it is your responsibility to obtain testing off-site with your provider or an alternative testing site. If you do not fulfill your required testing and you work in health services or in-home care, you will be pulled from the schedule until you've received a COVID test with negative results. If you work in a department that is not health services or in-home care, you will not be allowed to enter the licensed areas until you've received a COVID test with negative results. If you have any questions about testing, feel free to ask me. You can give me a call at extension 7877, or when we're doing your COVID test, I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. I will be rechecking our Multnomah County positivity rate next Monday morning. bright and early and determine if we will continue twice weekly testing or if we are able to resume weekly testing. So more to come next week. Thank you.
Be showing you how to book a COVID-19 test for either yourself or any other dependent who is on your Kaiser insurance. So what I've done here is I have just signed into my account, and then I go and select COVID-19 testing. And sometimes the site can take a little bit of time to load, so just bear with it. And it is important to know that this is a free test. It's no charge, no copay. As long as you are a Kaiser member, it will be free to you. And then we're going to go ahead and go right here and select COVID-19 testing. And then it's going to ask you a couple of questions here. It's not a medical evaluation, just a few things. So let's say today I do have a fever. I'm going to select yes. And then if I didn't have a fever, I would select no. And then this is going to ask here if I work in a long-term care facility. So if you are an employee here, select yes. If this is for a family member, then select no. And then from here, it's going to ask you a couple of more questions. And like I said, the site can take a little bit of time to load. So since I said that I worked in a long-term care facility, it's not going to make me do any more questions. It will have you do more questions, however, if you select that you do not work in a long-term care facility. So I'm going to choose Clackamas Town Center because that's the closest one to my house. And then I'm going to hit continue. And then from there, it's going to show me all of the times that are available to test, and you can select which date works best for you by going over to the calendar. And then let's say today I had scheduled for 4:15, so I'll select 4:15. And then for the reason for my visit, I would type in COVID-19 test and then provide my phone number and then hit schedule. And so that is how you can schedule a free COVID-19 test through Kaiser. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Joel with the Bremerton Fire Department. I'd like to take a moment to talk with you about fire extinguishers. Fire extinguishers are a safe, effective tool for extinguishing small fires. When it comes to fire, be smart. This fire extinguisher, which most people have in their home, will discharge its entire contents in 10 to 15 seconds. That is why we use fire extinguishers on small fires. Fire extinguishers are rated A, B, and C fires. A being ordinary combustibles such as paper and wood products. B being flammable and combustible liquids such as gas. C for electrical fires such as your toaster or blender. To use the extinguisher, remember pass. Pull, aim, squeeze, and sweep. Pull the pin. Aim at the base of the fire, not the flames. Squeeze the trigger. And sweep at the base of the fire. Pull the pin. Aim at the base of the fire, not the flames. Squeeze the trigger and sweep at the base of the fire. Some important things to remember. Always keep the exit between you and the fire. If the fire grows rapidly and becomes too large to extinguish, exit the area. If you are inside, shut the doors on your way out. Keep the extinguisher where it is accessible. Small fires spread rapidly. In summary, fire extinguishers are used to extinguish small fires. Never put yourself at risk by attempting to extinguish large fires. Possessions can be replaced. You can't.